BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24 is brought to you by BadgerMax Premium Sports Drinks. Drink it to the max. Northwest Surgery Center. Menards. And by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome to the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Northwest Surgery Center. We are live at Waterford High School as the Wolverines take on the Demons from Burlington in a Southern Lakes Conference showdown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan, and this is the Fan pregame show. I'm joined by the two head coaches of tonight's game, Steve Tenhagen with Burlington, Adam Bakken with Waterford. Adam, let's start with you. Last week, first conference game, tough loss for you guys, and I'm going to say the same to Coach Tenhagen. We could easily be talking to a 1-0 team at this point. I'm wondering what you learned from your team after a loss like that.
Well, you know, we addressed it all week. We just didn't simply play to an effort level that's satisfactory for us. We weren't consistent enough, both offense and defense. We addressed it all week. You know, it's an emotional game, and you know, we didn't play with the emotion, the drive, the energy, the enthusiasm that is required to be competitive, you know, against a team like Wilmot, a team like Burlington, and a number of other teams in our conference. That's the bottom line. Our energy level has to increase.
Hey, a quick second question. Waterford's known for that. I mean, that's Waterford football,
right.
And I'm sure that this week you talked to them about the history of Waterford football under Coach Bakken.
Well, right. I mean, we haven't won 5 straight or shared 5 straight conference championships by accident. You know, we play a certain way here, and we didn't play that way last week, and the result was a loss. So, I mean, we've got to come out ready to go from the opening kick.
Steve, same question for you. Is 1 or 2 plays, a penalty here, penalty there, or you could be 1-0 in conference as well. I'm wondering what you learned from your squad after a loss like that.
Yeah, much the same that Adam said. You know, we just have to play at a higher level consistently throughout the night. Limit mistakes. We had a lot of mistakes last week and capitalize on opportunities, and we had some of those last week and didn't take advantage of them.
Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit about your conference. You know, guys like me in the media, I'm not sure that we've given the Southern Lakes Conference enough respect. I know last year, Adam, in the CD meeting that you were in, and I know that you heard about it, Coach Tenhagen, not a ton of respect from the schools in a couple of conferences closer to Milwaukee. And I think you guys certainly showed in the playoffs that you guys deserve that respect. Do you feel like this conference just keeps inching up, Coach Tenhagen, as far as a football conference?
Yeah, I definitely think it does, and I think it starts with the coaches that we have in this league, and I think we have a pretty good group of young coaches that are really making us competitive all the way through, which then obviously prepares us, you know, come playoff time. So I definitely think we're moving in the right direction.
Coach, same question for you.
Well, this is my 6th year here, and you know, in my opinion, this is the best overall from top to bottom that our conference has been. You know, in the past we've had kind of, you know, 3 or 4 top teams, and I don't think that you can take a week off at all, you know, this year especially. And you could argue that you couldn't do that last year either. You know, so I think it's great for our league, and you know, with the success that we had overall, as far as, you know, Badger making it to level 4 and us level 3 last year, you know, we're competitive.
You bet, boys. I'm going to cut you guys loose. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
on the other side of the break, Terry Kelly, John Weiser will get you the keys of the game. This is the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, only on My 24.
Welcome back to beautiful Waterford, Wisconsin, as we get set for our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presentation tonight. We're at Waterford High School. It's the Wolverines taking on the Burlington Demons. Along with Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And not only is this a big rivalry game, but there's so much at stake here. The loser tonight is going to have a tough road to hoe to get to that 4-win plateau to make the playoffs.
Well, to use one of those political words that's been bandied about, this is huge because both of these teams lost to 2 of the other favorites in the conference last week, so you can't go down 2 games in this conference.
It's interesting. Both coaches talking to us this week said they really haven't seen the best. The top hasn't really separated separated from the rest of this league.
No, and they think the whole league is improved. And so if you're going to start putting forth the effort, it has to begin right now.
Let's take a look at some of the players we're going to keep an eye on here tonight. First, for Burlington, a player that was all-conference gets switched to a new position.
Nick Klug was a wide receiver last year, all-conference, all-area, all-county. Excellent player. Jack Miller. Jack Miller is a running back, very hard runner, very key to their offense.
Defensively, Steve Tenhagen has a very tough, stout defense.
Well, he said the guy that's got a chip on his shoulder is Luis Benitez, and he's backed up in the outside linebacker by Aaron Sturdivant.
Should be interesting to keep an eye on those two. And for Waterford tonight, it's that running back, Ben Michalowski.
Ben Michalowski, little number change. He fooled us at the beginning of the game, and he's going to be led through the line by E.J. Mastercola, offensive tackle, getting a number of college looks.
Adam Bakken doubles as the defensive coordinator, two hard-nosed players there in defense.
Two juniors. Aaron Chapman is also backed up by outside linebacker Jared Krettinger.
That leads us now to our BadgerMax keys to the ball game tonight. Terry, what do we have?
Well, as far as Burlington was concerned, they have to cut down on penalties. They had 10 last week, take the lead touchdown off the board. That killed them. They have to be able to defend the multiple formations of Waterford, and they've got to make sure they play physical defense.
And for Waterford tonight, I know one thing that was emphasized all week.
They have to maintain their effort intensity. Coach Bakken hasn't been pleased with that. They have to make sure no more missed tackles, and then beyond anything, take care of the ball. They really thought it cost them the game.
Should be a great matchup here tonight. Burlington and Waterford squaring off tonight. A huge crowd on hand for this one. We'll be back with the kickoff and the start of tonight's ball game right after this. Welcome into Waterford, Wisconsin, tonight's site of our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights ball game. Waterford hosting Burlington. We're set to go. The Army Color Guard has made their way out to the center of the field, and we're just about set for our national anthem. Here are our game officials tonight. Tim Sedonitz is our referee and his crew here tonight. We're in for a special treat for our national anthem tonight. This is a special request from Adam Bakken, the Waterford head coach. Ran into this duo at the River Rhythms that they have here in Waterford, the second and fourth Thursdays of the month during the summer. This is Lunch Money Bullies. The duo Lunch Money Bullies, Aaron Hill and Ben Burrells. And again, they perform throughout the summer, part of that River Rhythms series here in Waterford on Thursday nights during the summers between Memorial Day and Labor Day. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, Kara, our entire My24 crew in my backyard tonight here in Waterford. Beautiful night for football. Temperatures in the low mid-60s here at kickoff tonight. It's just going to be a perfect setting for a great ball game we think we have in store for us tonight.
Well, I thought you were actually going to walk over to the game, John, but you kind of took the easy way out.
At 53, I'm pretty smart. I kind of know my way around. So, yeah, take the transportation when offered. So, No, a great ball game tonight, great setting here. And as we said in our both coaches mentioned in the pregame, and we talked about, huge game. 2 losses in conference might put you in jeopardy of not making the playoffs.
Right. Once again, we've mentioned this a number of times. To get to 4 wins in some conferences is a real challenge. And both of these teams last week played the other recognized as top 2 teams in the league, came out on the short end of some tight scores. So tonight, you got to get that first win in the conference.
Waterford taking the field. Burlington on the far side in the white jerseys. Waterford in the all green here tonight. Our game ball presentation tonight brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Wally's in full gear tonight. Wally the Wolverine looking good tonight.
Well, beautiful setting here, Waterford. They've done an excellent job having this field get ready for tonight's game, despite the heavy rains that hit the Milwaukee area last night, so it's in excellent shape.
Again, a reminder that BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. Burlington coming off a tough loss at Lake Geneva Badger. It was a Waterford close ball game right down to a final field goal in the final minutes at Wilmot that did them in last week.
Yeah, Burlington felt that penalties really hurt them in the game with Lake Geneva Badger, and you can see that tight game. They took what would have been the lead touchdown off the board.
Waterford won the toss, deferred to the second half. Burlington will get the football to start our ball game here tonight. Grant Tully, Nick Klug will return the kick here for the Demons. Pat Goldhammer, the junior, will do the place kicking. There's Adam Bakken in his 6th season here in Waterford. 5 straight outright or shared conference titles and 5 consecutive trips to the state playoffs for Bakken's team. And we are underway in Waterford tonight. Tully will fake the reverse, take it around the left side across the 20. And makes it to about the 23-yard line. Good special team coverage as getting down there for the Wolverines, Hunter Keller. Plays inside linebacker, working special teams here tonight. Keller with a fine tackle.
Burlington has this reputation as being this spread offense, and people think they're just going to chuck the ball all over the park, but they also love to run the ball.
There's your look at your offense, and we talked about a couple of the key players there. Klug in the position change back to quarterback. And Tully and Miller in the backfield. This will be 1st and 10. The ball at the 22-yard line. And it'll be the quarterback on the keep, and he'll lose a yard back to the 20-yard line. Klug losing yardage there as he was covered up almost immediately on the play by the linebacker for the Alex Strabley, the senior, 6'4", 235, as there's a look at your defense for the Wolverines. Talked about 2 players we're keeping an eye on here tonight in Chapman and Kraninger. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 for the Demons at their own 20-yard line, just underway. Key Southern Lakes Conference matchup. A play fake as Klug rolling out to his left, has some running room across the 25 to about the 26-yard line before he's wrapped up again. Weber was there defensively. Gain of about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 5 here for the Demons.
Kind of a hurry-up offense from Burlington. They want to try to maximize the number of plays they get off during the course of the game.
6', 160 junior is Klug. 39 for 70 tossing the ball, 550 yards and 5 touchdowns so far this season. Facing a 3rd and 5 from the 26, wants to throw for the first time, drifts to his right. Now under pressure, heaves it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Overshot his intended targets that time. Looking for Liam Safer. Safer, the senior, 6'4", 175. Good coverage on the play by Andrew Lindner.
The Waterford defensive backs really got up into the face of those receivers and were press covering them. Didn't have anybody open.
So Waterford, the defense setting the tone here, getting the stop early. Nolan Weber standing at his own 35, awaiting the kick. Now Klug, the quarterback, also does the punting, so we have to be aware of the potential for a fake back here. Klug gets the snap and gets this one away. It will bounce at the 43, take a demon roll inside the 40 and dead at the Wolverine 35-yard line. This season, first downs are sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee, a comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergraduate majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. Learn more, WLC.edu. Matt Corman, the quarterback for the Wolverines. 1st and 10 at their own 35, and they'll hand it off, and this is Michalowski coming around the right side across the 40, moving the pile forward out to the 43-yard line. Good strong run from Michalowski, going with 34 tonight.
Yeah, a little change in numbers. He's led through that hole by their fullback, number 46, Anthony Miller. And we're going to see Waterford come out in a wide variety of offensive sets.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down 2 upcoming for the Wolverines. Their first possession, as we set the offense for you, we mentioned E.J. Mastrocola, brother Nick, playing up at Stevens Point these days. Again, it's Michalowski trying to fight for yardage, falling forward, gets it just shy of the 45-yard line, close to a first down, going to be a bit short, but it was second effort on that play by Michalowski as we look at the defense here for the Demons. Again, I was going to mention Aaron Sturdivant, our key, one of the key players to keep an eye on here tonight.
Yeah, Burlington knows they have to be physical.
3rd and 1. And there was motion at the line of scrimmage, our first penalty of the evening. So the Wolverines in a false start. So it takes them out of 3rd and 1, makes it a 3rd and 6 now for Waterford. Corman 34 for 11 for 34, I should say, for 135 yards and a touchdown.
Coach
A
Bakken,
three-sport athlete.
Coach Bakken thinks he's the best athlete he's had at quarterback since he's been here.
Mentioned three-sport, very good in basketball and baseball. Getting some looks there. A fake to the fullback to give to Michalowski, and he'll try and get that yardage back. Will get 4. He'll bring up 4th and 2. Good stop by that Otter on that defense there for Burlington. So it looks like the punting unit. And again, Corman, the quarterback, also doubles as the punter here for Waterford. Klug and Tully stand deep. And it's going to be a fake. They'll run the fake up the middle. And taking the direct snap and getting the first down for the Wolverines, Jared Kradiger. Kradiger, the 5'10", 185-pound junior. So it's Waterford that runs the punt fake and gets the first down out of it.
One of the things Coach Bakken felt his team hadn't done is showing a lot of intensity, had that maximum effort. So I'm sure he's trying to, get them going, fired up right off the bat, get into the game and stay involved.
So keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 of Wisconsin Lutheran College. First down for the Wolverines at their own 46-yard line. And this will be the first man through. Kradiger gets to the line of scrimmage, moving the pile forward.
Well, initially we see Waterford trying to run much more of their power game, but Coach Bakken feels one of the things they have to get going is their toss series, so it sets up their counters that they've kind of made a living off of the past 4 or 5 years.
Was really working hard. But we were watching Dave Fisher, the offensive coordinator, pound that offense on Monday at practice. He was really grinding that into them. It's the fullback again on the counter and a big break. Across the 30 to the 20 and down to the 10-yard line is Kradiger once again. Jared Kradiger. A nice run, 45 yards and a first down for the Wolverines. Kradiger, also an excellent wrestler, taking the tackler with him an extra 5 yards.
Well, Jared was 3rd in the state last year at 170 pounds, one of the few players who's going both ways tonight.
They'll mark it at the 10. 1st and goal, Waterford. We're in the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Corman, the quarterback, with the keep inside the 10, making it to the 8. Reed Moen, the inside linebacker, there to make the stop.
He's got 11 tackles already on the season. Coach Mike Deans is the defensive coordinator for Burlington, feels that Reed Moen's an excellent inside player for them.
This season, when a team drives inside their opponent's 20-yard line, they've entered the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. 2nd and goal from the 9. The toss to Michalowski, trying to get to the outside, nothing doing. Defense read that one perfectly. Jumping in there right away, Joey Needle, the defensive lineman. Needle, a 6 foot, 210-pound senior, 17 tackles on the season, 4 tackles for losses. Make that a number 5 right there for Needle.
Yeah, Waterford getting a little of an unbalanced look by them. Plus, they have a back cheated up. They call that, don't ask me where this name came from, the mouse back. And they're trying to get, that extra man at the point of attack as a blocker.
Midway through our first quarter, Waterford converting on a 4th down on a fake punt and a 45-yard run by Kratiger down to the 10-yard line. That's where we stand here. 3rd down and 9. 3rd and goal from the 9, I should say, at the 9-yard line. And Corman wants to put it up. Going over the middle. It is juggled, caught, touchdown, Waterford. Aaron Chapman, the split end. His 5th reception this season, 1st touchdown of the year for Chapman.
One of the people that Coach Bakken singled out is a pleasant surprise. Last year he was the JV quarterback.
Made a nice grab running that slant route. Able to scrape the linebacker back and then take on the corner. Kick for the extra point, a line drive, makes it through, and it's 7-0 Waterford. Midway through our first quarter, it's the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights tonight in Waterford. Wolverines on top, 7-0. Opening drive touchdown for the Wolverines, and they lead it by a score of 7-0. Tim Allen plays a family man who tries to maintain his masculinity in a house full of women. It's Last Man Standing, weeknights at 6 and 6:30, starting September 19th on My 24. So Waterford opens up the opening drive, converts on a 4th down, the fake punt, the key play on that drive.
Now, coaches are showing they know how much this game means, so they're going to pull out all the stops.
Tully again will take this one inside the 10. They'll run the reverse. This is Klug coming back the near side across the 20, and he's tripped up. Nice job on special teams once again, staying home Frank Ciani. Ciani, the senior, 5'8", 140-pound, able to keep his lane that time and make the play as we take a look at that scoring drive. 9 plays, taking up almost a little over 4 minutes, and Chapman with a 9-yard touchdown reception from Corman. 2nd touchdown pass tossed by Corman this year. Just over 5.5 minutes to go here in the first. Burlington with their 2nd possession. They'll take it at their own 25-yard line. Get a good look at Nick Klug, the quarterback. He's going to run option. He will pitch it back. This is Miller. Miller breaks a tackle, takes it out across the 30-yard line. Good second effort that time by Miller, wrapped up by another Miller, Anthony Miller, the senior. Maybe the strongest player on that Waterford defense.
Yeah, Miller so far this year averaging over 6 yards a carry.
We got a player down here for Waterford, slow to get up. That is Aaron Chapman, who caught that touchdown pass, and he will come out here.
Holding his stomach. I don't know whether he, caught something in the gut there or what.
Let's head down to our Menard sideline interview and Kara.
Thank you very much. I've got Jim Brand, who's the Vice President of Enrollment with Wisconsin Lutheran College. Can you tell us a little bit about WLC?
Sure, Kara. We're a nationally ranked comprehensive Christian college located on the border of Wauwatosa and Milwaukee. We offer 38 distinctive undergraduate majors, an adult accelerated option, and graduate programs.
And where can folks at home get more information on WLC?
Well, we'd love to have you on campus, and we're located just about 30 miles away at the Milwaukee County Zoo area, and visit us online at wlc.edu.
Well, thank you so much, Jim, for joining us down on the field, and back to you guys upstairs.
Karen, Jim, thank you so much. Klug's pass intended for Leonard, incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Weber, the safety. And so now it's a 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line for Burlington. Demons trail here 7-0. Klug again, quickly over the middle, completes the pass, taken to the far sideline. Joe Tully. Joe Tully, the 6'1 junior. 9 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown coming into the ball game here tonight. Picks up a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down.
Burlington's up to the line of scrimmage already, ready to run another play.
Tully lined up in a slot here to the near side on 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Klug will keep it, and he's driven down for a loss. Right there immediately, Nick Salazar, the junior. So a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. We visit for the first time tonight with Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, Waterford sidelines, offensive line coach, talking to his boys about keeping their block. Also talking to the running backs about staying inside. Don't break it outside. Stay inside. There's some holes there, and they think they can run some pretty good plays tonight if they stay inside.
Mike, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you very much. Dale Damon, the intended receiver there. That went right through his hands. Incomplete. Now it's a 3rd and 12 here for the Demons.
Yeah, Klug trying to still grow into the quarterback position, as we mentioned earlier. Outstanding wide receiver, but a very, very fine athlete. So they're looking to get their timing down.
A quick shot there of Adam Bakken on the sideline, the head coach for Waterford. 6th season, 5 conference titles, and 5 trips to the playoffs. As Klug on the run will be tripped up across the 40, maybe the 43-yard line. Submarined on the play that time by Middlestedt, Jake Middlestedt. One of the few sophomores that gets called up here on this Waterford team. Adam Bakken talked about that in practice this week. Very happy with the junior and senior class at the varsity level. So 4th and 7, Klug in punt formation here. Waterford pulled off a fake. Let's see what Burlington does here. Klug will kick this one away. End over end kick. It will bounce and picked up on one bounce by Nolan Weber. Breaks a tackle. Weber up the near sideline. Penalty marker down as he takes it out to the 35-yard line. This may be a face mash penalty here. This could be a big one too. He saw the head snap back.
Right, better field position.
Jack Miller was there.
Foul, face mask. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Tim Sanowitz, our referee, with the face mask call. And there you see it right there. Yeah, he got a good grasp and pulled it. So 15 more added on to the end of the run. Will move the football into Demon territory at the Burlington 49-yard line. 3 minutes and change remaining here in the first quarter. A 7-0 Waterford lead. Waterford student section All-America tonight. The Burlington section, I believe it's neon. I think we tried to get clarification over there. Michalowski following his fullback through the hole, moving those feet, keeps that feet moving and picks up an extra couple that time before he's brought down by Aaron Sturdivant.
Yeah, they've got 2 backs also in the backfield to lead that play through. Sometimes they call you a back. In reality, you're a guard that they put into the backfield. They lied to you and they'll maybe give you the ball once during the course of the game.
Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8 upcoming for the Wolverines. Troutman in motion will line up now as a tight end on the right side. And now penalty marker dropped. Perhaps a delay of game here. False start.
Offense.
Second false start penalty on the
down.
Wolverine offense tonight.
Starting to see some of those multiple formations we mentioned that Waterford would use. You know, technically an unbalanced line when they put that man over to the other side. He was covered up by that outside receiver, but they're still once again trying to outnumber Burlington at the point of attack.
Adam Bakken, the head coach, you saw him talking with his offensive coordinator, Dave Fisher. Dave is a canine cop with the Racine County Sheriff's Department.
Well, he was barking at his players this week, let me tell you, at practice.
He has drill sergeant in him. Michalowski picks his way up the middle. Gets it back to the 45-yard line. Luis Benitez, one of our players we featured tonight on defense for the Demons, making the stop.
Michalowski, a very hard runner, patient as he runs. Last year rushed for over 800 yards.
Very consistent numbers. 12 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown in week 1, 14 carries for 71 yards in week 2, and 14 carries and 85 yards last week. Run the inside handoff, coming back inside, Nolan Weber gets the first down. Weber on the second handoff takes it inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line for a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down.
Yeah, little inside counter on that Coach Bakken likes to set up by pounding, and then all of a sudden goes the opposite direction.
Michalowski to Weber, and Weber picking up the first down. First and 10 Waterford. Minute 10 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Wolverines, scoring on their opening drive. And Michalowski again pounds it inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Looked like Sturdivant was there once again. That's 4 tackles already tonight for the senior Sturdivant.
They've got a mixture of juniors and seniors in that offensive line for Waterford. You got Zach Stewie at the left tackle, Zach Slusar at right left guard. You got Wyatt Shipley at the center. E.J. Mastrocola, one of the gentlemen we mentioned, is having a lot of looks for some colleges, and Brady Francisco out at the tackle.
2nd and 7 from the Demon 34. Michalowski in motion. He'll take the ball. Michalowski plows his way forward inside the 30. Moving the pile down to the 28-yard line, close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be short by a yard. It'll set up 3rd and 1 here for the Wolverines. And that'll run out our clock here in this first quarter. One more look at the good strong run here by Michalowski. Just lowers that head. That's what you like to see. Got that runner's lean, as they call it. The Waterford Wolverines, after one quarter, lead the Burlington Demons 7-0. Our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights, presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24. Waterford leading Burlington 7-0 with Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you, along with Kara and Mike McGivern, our entire My 24 sports team tonight in Waterford. A beautiful evening for football as we begin quarter number 2. 3rd and 1 for the Wolverines, working left to right. Ball at the Demon 29-yard line. The toss goes to Michalowski, and the officials stopping play.
Dead ball, false start.
False start penalty. That's the 3rd one.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Starting to show a trend here.
Right, both coaches did not like the sharpness of their teams last week. Burlington, it was an issue with 10 penalties. Waterford thought that they didn't take care of the ball well, and then at inopportune times they got a penalty to stop drives.
Well, the Salvation Army would like to recognize Eric Ellis. Eric helps out weekly in the food pantry, stocking shelves and distributing food, running errands and picking up donated items for distribution for those in need. He's also a driver for kids attending the Salvation Army camp in East Troy each summer. Eric Ellis, a perfect example of doing the most good for the Salvation Army and all of those in Racine County. So Waterford running the football on 3rd and 10. They get 9 of that back, setting up a 4th and 1 at the Demon 29-yard line. They will go for it here. Chapman split out to the left. Kradiger the fullback. The tailback is Michalowski. He'll take the pitch and he'll get the first down. Ben Michalowski, not to be denied, going over the left side that time behind Stewie and Slusser for the first down. As we head down to the sideline, it's once again our Menard Sideline Report with Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, between the first and second quarter, offensive staff from Waterford talking to the running back saying, look, trust the hole's going to be there. Hit the hole and go hard. Not only the guy carrying the ball, but the guys blocking. Say, look, you know where the hole's going to be. It's all about timing. Hit the hole, blow somebody up, and we're off to the races.
Pitch to Michalowski on first down, working the left side, still on his feet. Moving the pile inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play for Michalowski.
Michalowski was a first-team all-conference selection last year, also was first-team all-county So they were dependent upon him having a very good game tonight.
All season, Mike and Kara will have the opportunity to talk with our sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the schools and communities we visit, like Waterford here tonight. Our sideline reports are being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. There's big money. Getting into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Jared Kradiger, the 5'10", 185-pound junior, with the touchdown run.
Kradiger once again displayed good balance, just kept the legs churning. You know, so far this year he's rushed the ball 30 times, over 200 yards.
He got quickly into that second and third level, and he was gone. 19-yard touchdown run by Kradiger. The extra point is to the uprights and through. 14-0. Waterford looking impressive here in the early part of this ball game.
I would imagine Coach Bakken had a philosophical discussion with the team this week about the necessity to show a lot more intensity, become a little bit more involved in the game. And just the body language on the sideline, I think, is certainly different from what he described a week ago. So now he wants to see, can they maintain that for the whole game?
Once again, we head downstairs to Kara.
Thank you very much. I've got Major Ken Nikolai of the Corps Office of Racine Salvation Army. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about your programs?
Yeah, you know, we're focusing a lot on child nutrition in the Racine County area this year. A lot of kids living in poverty, and we're just trying to get proper nutrition to them. And we also have after-school programs as well for them.
And people here are encouraged to bring non-perishable food items. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we distribute that food out through our food pantry to these families with children who are in need of that extra nutrition. So that would be great.
Well, thank you so much for all the work that you do in our community, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Kara. Thank you to the Salvation Army hooking up with our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights. Nick Klug with a nice return out across the 40-yard line. 26-yard return for Klug gives Steve Tenhagen and his Burlington Demons some good field position here.
Yeah, it's not often that you see teams use their quarterback as the return man on the kickoff, but they've got a lot of confidence in Nick Klug's running ability that he demonstrated last year as a receiver.
1st and 10 Demons from their own 41. And they'll run the end around. It's coming around the far side. Tully gets across the line of scrimmage and is driven back at the 43-yard line.
Once again, they pulled a guard to lead that play, and one of the things defensive coaches are trying to teach their linebackers, don't watch the ball so much, look for your keys in the offensive line. And Waterford slid to the ball real well that time.
Linder able to prevent the big gain there, stringing that one out nicely, closing off the sideline there for just a short gain. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Klug with some time, gonna go deep, looking downfield, and it's incomplete, looking for Joe Tully.
Yeah, Tully on the year has got 9 catches. He and his cousin Grant, who just had a cast removed last week. First week he came back able to play on offense, had 6 catches for 2 touchdowns.
Sets up 3rd and 7. Steve Tenhagen, 3 years here, the head coach. Spent some time at Delavan Darien establishing this spread that you see here that Burlington running. It's not Don Dalton's team or Hans Black's offense anymore. 3rd and 7. Klug stepping up, going over the middle. It's picked off. Intercepted out there by Nolan Weber. He's got some room to the 40, 35, 30 near sideline and down at the 27-yard line. Nolan Weber with the pick, returning it inside the Demon 30-yard line.
Now Weber is a player that Coach Bakken describes as a sideline-to-sideline player. You're always going to find him around the ball.
He was there as he jumped the route that time, able to sit back in that little bit of a soft zone and get the pick. So now the Wolverines with the takeaway set up nicely at the Demon 25-yard line, leading 14-0 early in the second. Matt Corman. 3 running backs in there now. We'll hand it off. Anthony Miller. Miller will take it down to about the 22-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on the play. Miller 6 foot 216, a senior, and as we said, Adam Bakken calling him maybe the strongest player out there on the field.
Yeah, we saw a little belly read there by the quarterback riding that back end, gave it to him. Looked for Corman to decide at some point to pull that ball out and continue wide.
2nd and 8. This is Michalowski. Michalowski nearly broke another tackle to the 15-yard line. Taking the defender with him that time. Lance Otter, the free safety, had him around the shoelaces.
Well, our spotter, Eric Murray, has pointed out that number 46 is a tremendous key in terms of following Anthony Miller. He kind of takes you to where the ball is, and obviously Bakken may counter that idea soon, but for right now, he likes to lead the way in.
Once again in the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. They'll get the first down. Wisconsin Lutheran College first down just inside the 15-yard line. Let's head down to the sideline. Once again, Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listen to the defensive coaching staff here at Waterford. They're rushing 4, dropping 7. Everybody's staying in their lanes. They're really happy defensively what they're doing here on the Waterford sideline.
So far, so good. Forced an interception, and defense has held well here. 1st and 10 from the 14. Counter to Anthony Miller, the fullback, and he's got some moving about 7, 8, 9 guys before he finally gets brought down at the 10-yard line. And Coach Bakken, not kidding, that's strong. Taking 9 players with you down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, once again, now instead of being the blocking back that time, they gave it tried to get a little quick hitter up the middle.
Spotted at the 11-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd down 7. 7:10 to go here in the first half. Waterford about to blow this game open here following the Miller interception. This is Michalowski trying to bounce it outside. Gets it down to about the 5. Should be enough for a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down.
Very patient, following his blockers, not trying to rush it, seeing where there's that crease and puts his foot down and takes off upfield.
I'll tell you what, Miller just put a pancake on that outside linebacker. I think that was Sturdivant over there, just got flattened. Wally's loving what's going on here tonight. 1st and goal now for Waterford from the 4. Michalowski again short of the goal line.
Coach Bakken has always prided the teams at Waterford for their intensity, their toughness. Like he said, he thought that was lacking, but I think now the fellas have seen, why you need to do that. And right now they're dominating Burlington.
Yeah, he mentioned Saturday was probably the toughest day of the week this past week after watching film, and that was pointed out. And he said in no circumstances that was addressed immediately Saturday with the players. Michalowski, touchdown, Waterford. Second score, or I should say first score tonight for Michalowski, 2nd on the ground tonight for the Wolverines. And they've blown this game open here in this first half. That's good blocking up front. Credit that offensive line. Stewie, Sluzar, Shipley, Mastrocola, and Francisco on that drive.
Now you can run behind a 290-pounder. Kind of paves the way.
Extra point is up, and this one is no good wide left. 20-0 Waterford. At the halfway point here of our second quarter, we will take a break. BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. It's all Waterford. Wolverines 20, Burlington nothing. Nolan Weber's interception cashed in for 6 as Ben Michalowski goes over from the 1, 20-0 Waterford. For all of the info on the green and gold, including special guests and players and more, watch Locker Room. That's Tuesday nights at 6:30 on My Place for Sports. That's My 24. Low line drive. Bounces off of Klug, will pick it up at the 15. 25, 30, bounces it outside and takes it across the 37-yard line. 22-yard return that time for Klug, and following the interception, the 7-play drive.
Yeah, Burlington has to sustain the drive now because they've got to get their defense off the field. They've been out there the whole time, and too many 3-and-outs.
We'll go with 3 receivers here to the near side on 1st and 10. We'll call it the 38-yard line for Burlington. Klug throws far side, completes far side. Will make the catch out there, Jake Leonard. Senior wide receiver, 6'2", 195 goes Leonard. Gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Klug that time, nice look off, look to the left, toss back to the right. And quickly shifted his eyes.
Chapman with the usher out of bounds. This time they'll try it on the ground. Jack Miller, and he'll be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe squeezed out a yard there. Good job by the inside technique there on that defensive line. Miller, Little, Pankinen, and Salazar up front for Waterford.
Yeah, Pankinen, small lad, goes 327 pounds.
That's the farm life out here, I think. 3rd down and 1 from the 47. Klug's going to run it himself, and Klug's going to be stopped shy of the 1st down. First man through, able to get him to the turf. And for Waterford, that was Jack Troutman, 6'2", along with Dane Knoll. Able to finish him off for no gain. 4th and 1 from their own 47.
A little bit of a gamble here, but I'm sure Coach Tenhagen says, I've got to take a shot here. We've got to get that ball to 1st down.
So 4th and 1. Klug will try the far side, and Klug went down. Going to be awfully close. Once again, Chapman there. And they will give him the 1st down, not by much. It dropped the shoulder and then went to the turf almost immediately, so we'll take one more look as he tried to get around the right side. It's actually Hunter Keller who got in there. Number 9 got the initial contact. That is another 1st down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. 1st and 10 Burlington from their own 48. Klug with some time. Fakes once, still has time. Now dumps it out, completes the pass. And hit immediately. Going down with it, Leonard once again right at the 1st down marker. A gain of 10 and a 1st down for Burlington. Good poise there by Klug.
Yeah, Klug manages to get this ball just over the hands of Hunter Keller. Gets him a key 1st down gain.
We'll call that a fancy footwork replay, brought to you by Northwest Surgery Center. Minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. They'll mark him just shy, 2nd and 1. They're going to go for it all. The home run over the middle, and he dropped the ball. Joe Tully all alone behind the defense at the 5, could not come up with it. They went for the home run on 2nd and 1.
Very good protection this time.
Nice touch by Klug to get this one out there, right where the receiver can get his hands on it, just couldn't cradle it in. 3rd and 1. Klug drills it down the far sideline, incomplete. Brings up 4th down, once again to the sideline, or Menard's Sideline Report with Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I get a chance to meet ball boys each week. We do this. Adam's one of my favorite. Adam, chart number 44, and I'll tell you why. Saturday mornings between 10 and noon. Adam, what station do you listen to?
105.7 The Fan.
105.7 FM The Fan. He's my new favorite ball boy. Back to you boys.
All right, how much did he pay him? There had to have been some money exchanged.
Or pizza, one of the two.
Yeah. 4th and 1. Klug will get the 1st down and more. Busted up the middle inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. A 9-yard run on 4th down. The first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Now, Waterford's got a couple different guys in there right now defensively. They brought in Wyatt Shipley to kind of shore up the defensive line, and Jack Troutman, who's a tight end defensive lineman. I think they're trying to change people up, keep the pressure on.
Demons keep the drive alive. They come back near side looking for Tully. It's incomplete, thrown low, looking for Joe Tully. Andrew Lindner on defense for the Wolverines. This week on Faith in the Zone, former strength and conditioning coach at Florida State and Georgia, Coach Dave Van Hellinger will join Mike McGivern and Pastor Ken Keltner to discuss his faith and how it has affected his life professionally and personally. That's Faith in the Zone, Sundays at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. only on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. 2nd and 10. Play fake, Klug again to the air. And again, this one goes through the receiver hands, incomplete. Dale Damon, the intended receiver, the tight end.
Yeah, Coach Tenhagen in practice was trying to work with Nick Klug, getting him to step into his throws a little bit more, working on his accuracy.
Jordan Danowski out there on the pass defense nearly had the second pick of the ball game. 3rd and 10, clock stopped, 3:02 to go here in the half. 20-0 Wolverines. Nick Klug, some pressure off the edge, through the receiver's hands, incomplete. This time for Grant Tully, the slot back. Good pressure up front once again by the Wolverines. Pass defense by Nolan Weber back there, the safety. Now Burlington, I believe, will take a timeout here. They've got a decision to make. They've converted 1 4th down on this drive. They face a 4th and 10 at the Waterford 34, trailing by 20. And as we head to the sideline and our interview with Kara.
Thank you so much. I've got Stephanie with Northwest Surgery Center here with me. Stephanie, can you tell us a little bit about Northwest Surgery Center?
Sure. At Northwest Surgery Center, we specialize in foot and ankle surgery. This includes bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, any other foot issues you may have.
All that exciting stuff. And where are you guys located?
We are happy to announce that we just moved to the corner of Watertown Plank Road and Highway 100.
And why do you think it's important for Northwest Surgery Center to support youth sports?
We are a locally owned company, and supporting youth sports is a big part of the community, and we're happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and of course, back to you guys.
Kara, thank you so much. Thank you to Northwest Surgery Center. Also, a thank you tonight to Bruno's Restaurant here in Waterford. Chuck Tarosian and his crew provided pizza, the best in Waterford, right here to our crew tonight. And they are located at 730 on Cornerstone Crossing in Waterford. Thank you to Bruno's tonight. 4th and 10. Pressure on the edges. They'll throw it out from his knees. The receiver makes the catch. Nice catch by Leonard once again. He went to the turf, got back up, made the catch, picks up the first down at around the 23-yard line.
That's a critical conversion for Burlington. They've got to try to put points on the board before the end of the half.
Well, Alex Strabley, clean shot to Klug. Klug hung in there, took the hit, able to deliver the pass. Second 4th down conversion on this drive as Klug rolls left, throws left, completes here to the near side. Grant Tully with the catch, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Chapman again there to make the stop. Stops the clock with 2:26 to go here in the half. So 1st and 10 Demons at the 22 of Waterford. Inside the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Their first trip to the power zone tonight. 1st and 10 Burlington. Klug with all sorts of time here. Going to go to the back of the end zone. Has a receiver there, Leonard. It's incomplete, overthrowing Leonard, leading him to that back pylon. But again, all kinds of time for Klug back there. And again, that was something that concerned Adam Bakken this week in practice. Has to get the pressure, and it has to come from up front.
Yeah, the right tackle that time, Connor Raboyne, did an excellent job keeping his man off the quarterback's back. Not only a tough football player, #1 in his class at Burlington.
Now a timeout taken here on defense by Waterford. And stops play with 1:59 to go. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 12. Yeah, we want to again thank Bruno's Restaurant here in Waterford. Chuck Tarosian and his fine people providing pizza for us before the ball game here tonight. They're located at 730 Cornerstone Crossing here in Waterford. That's located inside River City Lanes. BullRiverCity.com or give them a call, 514-3663. Outstanding pizza, good pasta, and sandwiches. Also, coming up at halftime, we'll highlight this week's Scholar athletes, and Kara has a chance to talk with a few of our sponsors. That's coming up during our halftime report here on My 24. Mike Nelson and the Waterford Pep Band in attendance here tonight. Waterford, the Fine Arts program here, second to none as we take a look at the Southern Lakes Conference standings coming into play this weekend. Badger, Union Grove, Wilmot all winning their games last week. Badger over Burlington, Wilmot over Waterford. Elkhorn and Westosha in the grouping that's 0-1 on the year. Delavan Darien in that group with the victory as well. Delavan Darien sitting with 1 win early on this year. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Klug going to run the draw, breaks a tackle, gets back inside the 12 down to the 11-yard line. Jack Troutman there to cover him up. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for Burlington. Clock rolling, 1:40 to go. They trail 20-0, but their deepest penetration in Waterford territory coming on this drive. Klug rolling right. Under pressure, cuts it upfield, has a lane. Klug trying to get to the outside, but a good open field tackle that time. Brought down on the play. Kradiger able to make the play. Kradiger with a nice night tonight. Second tackle of the evening for Kradiger.
Yeah, once again, one of the few two-way players in tonight's game, and had 18 tackles coming into tonight's game. He's had about 3 more this evening.
Timeout taken by Burlington. They have 1 remaining. Okay, going back to the Southern Lakes Conference, we heard Mike and the coaches talking about it. There was some feeling back in the seeding meetings last year that maybe this conference wasn't given its due, but then you look at what happened, especially at the Division II level, what Waukesha West had to do just to get to Madison, had to go through this Southern Lakes Conference.
Yeah, they wound up playing 3 of the teams as they advanced all the way to Madison. And both of the coaches had mentioned that Westosha Central, Delavan Darien, much improved over where they were last year, and that the overall competitiveness of the conference is really starting to show itself.
Both teams have games remaining with Union Grove. Waterford has the season finale against Lake Geneva Badger. That's been a traditional who wins conference, who gets that usually leads to a seeding question coming up for the playoffs as well. So it's a very good conference. Tyson Mengel, I think, is starting to get that corner turned out there at Westosha. You mentioned Westosha. They picked up an early season win, built the confidence, a team that hadn't won a game in 3 years. The seniors not tasting victory, getting that first non-conference victory of the year to kind of set the stage. 4th and 9 for Burlington at the Waterford 11-yard line. Klug now stepping back, going to be pulled down and sacked back at the 20-yard line. Hunter Keller, the senior, leads the team in tackles coming in, gets the sack, his 5th tackle tonight. And the Wolverines will take over on downs. Boy, clean look, he broke free. Got through the block that time of Cole Bean, the right guard. And Keller with the clutch sack here late in this first half.
Yeah, they were trying to roll the quarterback out to get him out of that mess, but once again, Keller did an excellent job of shooting that gap and getting to the quarterback.
Under a minute to go. Waterford takes over at their own 19-yard line. Inside handoff. So go to the fullback once again. Kradiger He's coming off a big defensive stand, and his reward, he gets to touch the football on offense going through the pile.
Well, we mentioned before his success in wrestling, and I think you find wrestlers are pretty intense young men, and they also are always in excellent shape, and he's demonstrating that this evening.
I read that 7th nationally is where he is ranked going into this season.
Right.
7th nationally as a wrestler, 3rd at state last year.
As a sophomore.
As a sophomore, you're right. Nikolowski able to take it out. Out across the 20, short of the 25-yard line, and I believe that'll be the final play here of our first half. Waterford going to keep it in the huddle. An impressive first half for the Wolverines, getting a couple of nice touchdown drives, getting the takeaway with the Weber interception, cashing that in for 6. And it's a 20-0 halftime lead by the Wolverines over their arch rivals from down 36, the Burlington Demons. Our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center in Waterford tonight. It's been all Wolverines on My 24. Welcome back to our halftime report here on the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by the Northwest Surgery Center. We're in Waterford tonight, beautiful western Racine County. Battle between the Highway 36 rivals. Well, tonight we'd like to highlight 2 special student athletes. My 24 is proud to present our Scholar Athletes of the Week nominees. And from Burlington High School, this week's Scholar Athlete is Connor Raboyne. Connor competes in football, rugby, basketball, weightlifting, and track. He was ranked first in his class with a 4.37 GPA. He is Vice President of National Honor Society, Academic Bowl participant, VFW Voice of Democracy District winner, and AP Scholar with honors. Connor has been a football varsity starter since his sophomore year, also finished 4th in the conference in the shot put. He attended Badger Boys State as a part of the Driven Leadership Program, and in his spare time volunteers with Special Olympics along with other organizations. And tomorrow, on Friday, is Connor's 18th birthday, so happy birthday to Connor. And from Waterford Union High School, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Matthew McCormick. Matthew competes in football and track, carries a 3.790 GPA, ranked 33rd out of 275, and scored a 29 on his ACT. In giving back to his community, Matthew has participated in mission trips, as well as taking the time to be a mentor for the youth football program. He's also a downhill ski competitor and has qualified 2 times for state in that sport. Each week we will be highlighting scholar athletes who achieve great things on the field, in the classroom, and in their communities. Congratulations from My 24. Head downstairs to Kara and Andrew Burns.
Thank you very much, guys. Of course, I've got Andy down here with me. He's one of our star sponsors, our title sponsor with BadgerMax. Now, before we get into what BadgerMax is and made out of, I want to talk about the trophy.
Yes.
So you guys are carrying around these trophies from week to week. Can you tell us the story behind it?
Yeah, so the trophies are made out of cast aluminum, and they get machined probably like the week of, and we put the date on it, who's playing each other, and then we hand it out. The trophies weigh between 40 and 50 pounds, so it's a pretty cool trophy.
Unlike last year's trophy that weighed about 75 pounds. You guys learned something from last season, huh?
Yeah, that one was dangerous, so we scaled it down a bit.
And we've been seeing BadgerMax all over the community. Where can we find BadgerMax in stores?
Right, so we have BadgerMax at Quick Trips, Roundy's, Pick and Saves, some Sendix, Myers, and we have it at Woodman's.
And how does BadgerMax compare to other sports drinks that are on the market?
Right, so a lot of the sport drinks have more sugars. BadgerMax has a third less sugar. We have a higher flavor profile, and it just tastes great. So please try it.
Well, it actually sounds really good. I could go for a drink myself,
well,
right?
I got some right there for you. Do you like it?
It really does taste like victory, guys. Back on up to you.
Karen, Andrew, thank you so much. I'm partial to the fruit punch myself. 20-0, Waterford on top of Burlington. Back with more of our halftime programming from Waterford right after this. Welcome back to our halftime report here on the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. It's been all Waterford here, 2 long touchdown drives and an interception converted into a 6-point drive, and the Wolverines lead it by a score of 20-0. We head back downstairs to Kara.
Thank you very much. Of course, with the Wolverines winning, I'm taking the perfect opportunity to stand with Jill Stober, our athletic director, and Keith Brandstetter, our superintendent. Now, Keith, can you tell us a little bit about the referendum you guys got going on?
Well, we're looking to go back to a referendum in February for a Fieldhouse Fitness Center, something that we think our community would love to have as a community, and something that we think would really help our community. And we'll hope to go back in February for that, bring it back to the public for a vote.
Well, and certainly we're excited to be a part of the community tonight. And how do you guys think the game is going tonight?
Oh, it's going great. It's just what we need. It's a beautiful night, and our fans are doing really well, and it's just a great atmosphere. You can't beat this for a football game.
No, you cannot, and we certainly appreciate the two of you having us on your turf tonight. And go Wolverines, right?
Yes.
Back to you guys.
Kara, thank you. Keith Brandstetter, thank you very much. And Jill Stober, the new athletic director here at Waterford. Waterford 20, Burlington nothing. Back with more here at Waterford after this. Welcome back to Waterford, everyone, and our halftime report on the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. The Wolverines, the homestanding Wolverines on top of the Burlington Demons, 20-0. Time now for our U.S. Army interview, and we head back down to the sidelines. And Kara.
Of course, thank you very much. I've got Sergeant First Class Gass with me down here. And what does it take to qualify to be in the United States Army?
Well, first off, you need to be between the ages of 17 and 34. Need to have graduated high school or be on track to graduate, and have good moral character and be in good health.
And what are the benefits of joining the Army?
Well, people join the Army for many different reasons. A lot of educational benefits. Active duty, there is the Montgomery GI Bill, which would give you over $61,000 towards college. Or in the reserves, we have the Reserve GI Bill, which is just over $13,000 towards college. Not to mention tuition assistance, and all of our training is also worth college credits. There's just an infinite number of benefits, so if anybody's ever interested, they can come and talk to me.
Or go to goarmy.com, right?
That's correct.
And now you've obviously accomplished a lot here, and you were standing in the middle of our football field before the game started, holding that American flag in the harness. How does that feel? How does it feel to be a part of the Army and to accomplish so much?
Proud is most of the word I can think of right away. It makes me proud to be able to carry the colors out into the field and represent the U.S. Army at today's football game.
Well, and as we approach the 15th anniversary of 9/11, I'm certain that you're more proud than ever.
Of course.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do, and of course for joining us for Thursday Night Lights.
Thank you.
And back to you.
All right, Kara, thank you so much. Time now for our halftime highlights brought to you by the U.S. Army, Army Strong. And after converting on a fake punt, Waterford was able to get the first points of the ball game. A nice slant route here by Chapman.
Yeah, right. Pass right on the money to Aaron.
And it was Kradiger busting up the middle after a long gain. Early in the second quarter, it was 14-0 Waterford at that point. And the big play of the game so far, the interception by Nolan Weber. Returned that ball back inside the Demon 30-yard line. And then the capping off that drive, getting the 6 points, Ben Michalowski from the 1. The extra point wide left, 20-0. That's where we stand here. Our halftime highlights brought to you by the U.S. Army. Army Strong, they're celebrating here in Waterford, 20-0. Wolverines on top of Burlington. Second half coming your way next on My 24. Waterford on top of Burlington, 20-0 as we get set to begin our third quarter here in Waterford. A game dominated by the Wolverines, and I think the numbers are going to bear that out too as we take a look at the halftime numbers.
Coach Bakken certainly has got the response from his team he was looking for, and Burlington has to somehow, right at the outset of the half, has to put the stop to the Wolverine offense.
Well, the Demons got their deepest penetration late in the second quarter. They got inside the 12-yard line but could not convert on fourth down. The sack taking away any momentum the Demons were going to carry into that second half. They really needed points on that drive.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the mindset as well as the whole attitude is going to be displayed by Burlington as they come out at this start of the half.
Michalowski, 17 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown. Kradiger, 5 carries, 67 yards and a touchdown, leading the rushing numbers for Waterford. For Burlington, Klug tonight, 5 for 16, 48 yards, but a costly interception by Weber that set up that third touchdown of the game.
Well, he's been harassed most of the night. There's been pressure on him constantly, and so somehow they've got to shore up their pass protection.
Well, before we begin our third quarter, we've got Kara with an interview.
Thank you so much. I've got Pat Bolter with Goodwill here with me. Now, Pat, as we head into fall, why is Goodwill such a great destination for Halloween?
Well, for us, Halloween is like Christmas. If you're still racking your brain for that great Halloween costume idea and don't want to spend a fortune, we're your go-to destination for Halloween. We have unbelievable costuming and accessories and decor ideas for your home. Really the go-to place for Halloween, all at affordable prices. So instead of spending hundreds of dollars on a costume, come to Goodwill and we'll help you put together these fantastic costumes and ideas. Go to our website for it all, amazinggoodwill.com. There's a Halloween section, and we have everything from pumpkin carving templates and videos on how to put some of these costumes together.
Well, thank you so much for all that you offer for our community and, of course, for supporting Thursday Night Lights.
Thank you.
And back to you.
Kara, thank you very much. All-America night tonight with the Waterford faithful. Going with the red, white, and blue theme. And they've had a lot to cheer about. They've had a good performance here through the first 24 minutes of this one. See what the final 24 minutes have in store here tonight. Waterford winning the toss, deferring to the second half. They will get the football here to start our second half. They will work it from right to left.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly what Coach Bakken wants to show in this half. Is he going to try to continue with a real strong ground game? Is he going to open it up at all? Some things he wants to keep under the vest a little bit.
Lance Otter has it teed up, middle of the 40-yard line for the Demons. Back deep to receive. On the left is Alex Guardiola. On the right is Nolan Weber. So we're set to begin our second half in a key Southern Lakes game here. Each team with one loss in week one of conference play and cannot afford to go down 2 games. Guardiola will run up under it at the 10, across the 15-20, and running hard out to the 30-yard line. Good return by Guardiola that time. Will set up the Wolverines, their own 30-yard line. We mentioned Matt Corman has done a nice job running things offensively here tonight. He's not been stressed. He's done a pretty good job. Look for Burlington maybe to step up a little bit more on the pressure here.
Well, they've had excellent lead blocking by their fullback, Anthony Miller, and the combination of Michalowski and Kradiger have given him 2 real strong runners.
Again, a reminder, log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. Streaming live here tonight. Another penalty marker down. It's really been the one thing for Waterford tonight that they'd like to erase is these false start penalties. I believe that's their 6th penalty tonight.
Yeah, they slipped Guardiola in there as a wing, and they were bringing him in motion. We weren't able to see whether they're going to run the speed sweep or fake that and then give it up the middle.
Well, Guardiola will come out now. Kradiger back in there now for Waterford. 1st and 15 for the Wolverines. All back at the 24-yard line. Just underway, third quarter. Troutman in motion will line up as the tight end here on the near side. The give is to Michalowski. Michalowski trying to get the edge across the 30, and he's turned back at the 32-yard line. Good hard tackle that time by the Demon defender. Jumping in there was Grant Tully. Gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd down, a long 8. Take a look at Michalowski's night. Very consistent numbers coming into play here. And another penalty marker down. And 12 men in the huddle here against Waterford. And Bakken cannot be pleased with the way this half is starting despite the 20-point lead.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little too comfortable with how things have gone. And I'm sure Burlington would just love to get that ball back right away and try to stick one in and bring this game back into their reach.
Again, Stewie, Sluzar, Shipley, Mastrocola, and Francisco, the offensive line from left to right for Waterford. Corman will keep it himself. Corman on the option read, dives to the 40-yard line, going to be close to a 1st down. Matt Corman
You see that athletic ability, 6 foot 175, a three-sport athlete. Luis Benitez there to make the stop.
Yeah, they have the flow going totally to the right, and all of a sudden Corman pulls the ball up, goes straight up the field.
Again this season, First Down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee. Comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergraduate majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. Learn more at WLC.edu. From the 40, 1st and 10, Corman on the keep. Corman trying to get the edge. Corman with some room across the 45 and hit hard out of bounds at the boundary. Donnell O'Sullivan, the strong safety, with the last shot at Corman on the sideline boundary.
Yeah, they're lined up now, Waterford, in a shotgun formation with backfield set at something they sometimes call the Y-bone. It's just the inverse of the wishbone.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Michalowski trying to pick his way forward, gets the first down across midfield inside the 50 down to the 49-yard line. Good, strong run again by the junior Ben Michalowski, all conference a year ago as a sophomore.
Right, and once again you could see his patience as he waited for his blockers to get the good level pads up full field, and he just followed them.
Again, first down, sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College. From the Demon 49-yard line, 1st and 10, 2 minutes into our third quarter, 20-0 Waterford. On the move once again. Corman again from the gun. Fakes the handoff, rolls right with some time, has a man out there. It's picked off by Tully. Was looking to get it out there. As Tully steps up the interception, Matt McCormick, I believe, was the intended receiver. And Grant Tully with the pick. First turnover of the game by the Wolverine offense.
On the year, Tully has had 4 pass defends. Excellent coverage that time, stepped right in front of the receiver and took the ball away.
Yeah, McCormick, our student athlete of the week this week for the Waterford Wolverines. So Burlington gets the takeaway from their own 27. Klug throwing it out, completes the pass but hit immediately across the 30. They'll mark forward progress at about the 32-yard line. Tully with the catch. Strabley there along with Austin Thomas defensively for the Wolverines. It'll be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 as Nick Klug gets them set at the line. Let's see if this is the spark the Demons were looking for here. The Tully interception setting up this drive. Comes back near side, completes the pass. Liam Safer with the catch. And another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Nice timing throw that time by Klug as he hit his man.
Spotted at the 39 of the Demons. 1st and 10 Burlington. A couple of penalties and now an interception thrown here by Corman, and Demons trying to take advantage of it. Klug on the keep. Klug across the 40 to the 41, gains a couple. Shipley there, Wyatt Shipley there on the stop as we head to our Menard sideline interview, and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, so Coach Adam Bakken, if you know him, he's an intense individual. Not really happy about the play call, not really happy about that throw. I was standing pretty close to him. Can't exactly quote him on that, but not happy. He said, look, we're pounding them up front. Continue to pound it, boys.
Interesting point there. 2nd down and 8. Trying to go over the middle, complete at midfield for a first down. This time it is Joe Tully, the other Tully brother, the split end, able to make the catch. And another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down.
Waterford has substituted a little bit different defensive front right now, trying to put some pressure. In the last couple of passes, Burlington has given its quarterback much better protection.
1st and 10 Demons at the Waterford 49. Klug with time, coming back near side, has a receiver. It's underthrown, incomplete. Looking for Safer again here on the near side. Coverage out there provided by Andrew Lindner.
Now Safer, a nice tall receiver, 6'4", but they were a little off in their connection. Part of that due to the pressure they got put on Klug that time.
2nd and 10 from the Wolverine 49. Again, this drive set up by the Tully interception. Klug throw it out, complete in the flat. Tully with the catch, but behind the line will lose yardage back to midfield. Austin Thomas, the outside linebacker out there, 5'9", 163-pound senior with the stop.
That last time, Waterford shifted into a 3-4 defense, trying to give them a little bit of better pass coverage.
The money down here, 3rd and 11 from midfield. 7:45 to play, 3rd quarter. Klug with time, coming back near side, completes to Tully. Out of bounds at the Waterford 38-yard line. Gain of 12 and another first down for the Demons.
Excellent throw. Klug had to throw that ball a long way and put it right on the mark.
They needed 11. They got 12 on the Klug to Tully connection. Again, it was Thomas out there in coverage for Waterford. From the Wolverine 38. Klug again with time. Going for the home run down the far side and incomplete. Intended for Joe Tully. Threw it into double coverage that time. Weber was back there along with Chapman.
Yeah, the defender was staying stride for stride with the receiver, so he wasn't going to get a chance to get to that ball.
There is Adam Bakken. His first 5 seasons, he's won or shared the conference title 5 times, taken the Wolverines to the playoffs and won berth in Madison. And that play broken up very early. Jack Miller getting the call there. Will lose a yard back to the 39-yard line. Once again, good job defensively. Alex Strabley again.
Strabley's one of the fellas they've worked into that defensive front. They've taken out the larger guy, Penkinen, trying to get a little bit more speed.
So once again, a critical 3rd down here for Burlington. 3rd and 11 from the Waterford 39. Klug, quick drop, now wants to sprint up the middle. Good open field tackle at the line of scrimmage. Dan Knoll, the junior inside linebacker, able to drop Klug at the line of scrimmage.
Now, coming into tonight's game, Dan had 13 tackles on the year. You can see he's a very sure tackler. Was able to bring down Klug in the open field.
No gain, 4th and 11 from the 39. Down 20, Burlington going to go for it here.
With 6 minutes left in this quarter is all. Burlington needs to somehow sustain this drive.
Let's see if the Wolverines bring pressure. They send a blitz. Klug stepping up, now scrambling. Has time, lofts that one over the middle. It is incomplete. Penalty marker down. It may be an offensive pass interference call. Nolan Weber trying to get his hands on that underthrown ball, and the receiver may have made contact with him.
Pass interference, offense. Deadline's declined. First down.
Pass interference on the Demons will be declined. We'll take one more look as we head into our break. Burlington stopped on 4th down. The Wolverines able to get the football back when we come back. 20-0 Waterford on top of Burlington. Our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Waterford takes over on downs. 5:54 to go here in the 3rd. They lead it 20-0. Well, it's the show featuring 2 adults, 1 kid, and no grown-ups. Don't miss 2.5 Men. Weeknights at 5 and 5:30 right here on Milwaukee's My 24. Waterford ball at their own 39-yard line. Michalowski in motion. He'll get the call. Ben Michalowski gets it up to about the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 for Michalowski. He's had a nice night tonight running the football.
Right, he's getting a lot of help from the guys up front. They taxied their tight end over that time to the right side, get the so-called unbalanced look. 3 linemen on that side. Lead back goes through. Bring the man back in motion. You get some momentum, comes forward.
This time it's Kraniger. Kraniger out to midfield. Nice gain Gain of about 6 for Krediger. And that is, again, first down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Yeah, Burlington just has not been able to sustain any drives, and that, they were starting to get a little momentum. Waterford got those stops, and now they're going to start grinding it out again, especially after we heard Coach Bakken say, let's keep grinding.
1st and 10, Waterford at the Demon 49. Corman will take it himself around the right side. Corman with some running room down the sideline and out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 14 for the quarterback, Matt Corman. Again, using that 3-sport ability. Excels in basketball and baseball, as well as the quarterback here for the football team.
Right, Coach Bachman told us Corman, an excellent shooting guard in basketball.
1st and 10, Wolverines at the 36 of Burlington. And they'll try the inside handoff. Krediger. Not much there. Burlington able to stuff that run. One of the few times they've been able to get in there. Benitez again, one of our players of the game to watch tonight, with the stop.
Yeah, the coaches from Burlington said Luis plays a little chip on his shoulder. He's got some intensity already going into this game tonight. He had 20 tackles on the season, plus 1 tackle for a loss.
McCormick split out here the near side on 2nd down and 9. And the give is to Krediger again, and Krediger again driven back. Nothing there. Sturdivant, Aaron Sturdivant, who was the hero on the baseball team this summer, the summer baseball team winning the state championship. It was his squeeze bunt that led to the winning run in the championship game.
Right, outstanding leadership. He's one of the captains for Burlington, and they've got to get the stop here if they have any hopes of trying to get back into this game.
3rd down and 9. 3.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Corman pump fakes going down the far sideline. The wheel route, it's up for grabs and caught down the far sideline near the 10-yard line. Great effort that time to get the ball out there. Nolan Weber able to get that pass reception, and we saw that play at practice on Monday. They were working it and working it and working it to perfection here.
They wanted to hit that wheel and get that man on the outside. Remember, they had a man breaking free in the middle as well, but they were committed to hitting that wheel man.
1st and goal, Waterford at the 10. Nice grab by Nolan Weber, I should say, with the interception on defense tonight. Coming up with a big catch here. We're in the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. 1st and goal from the 10. Mikulowski falls forward inside the 9. Check that. That was Weber again on the carry.
A little counter play. They were trying to catch Burlington off guard there. We said before the start of the game that Waterford knew Burlington knew Waterford had many different formations, many ways of running the same plays.
2nd and goal from the 7. This time it's Mikulowski, bounces it to the outside, inside the 5, stopped at the 3. Mikulowski with 1 touchdown already tonight. So bring up 3rd and goal, just inside the 3-yard line. And this coming after stopping Burlington on downs, taking over at their own 39-yard line. The toss, Mikulowski to the goal line, touchdown Waterford. Ben Mikulowski, his 2nd score of the ball game. Over 100 yards rushing here tonight. And the Wolverines add to it, 26-0.
Now you look at the backs that Waterford has. Krediger, Miller, Mikulowski, and Nolan Weber. All those fellas are 190 pounds or heavier, and they just keep pounding.
Let's see what Waterford does here. They missed the extra point on their third touchdown. Might be going for 2 here. Taking a lot of time here to get this play going. It'll be the Wildcat snap to Kratiger. He'll go around the right side and in for 2. So the old Wildcat play on the 2-point conversion. Add 2 more, 28-0. Waterford here late in the third as we head down to our sideline interview and Kara.
Thank you so much. I've got Staff Sergeant Midair from the United States Marine Corps down here with me. Now, why did you join the Marine Corps?
Well, you know, when I was going to college for a while, and it really wasn't working out for me. It wasn't really my path. And the Marine Corps kind of gave me a new path, a new future. My brother was already a Marine. My grandfather was a Marine. So it kind of seemed natural to go that way, and they gave me a lot of good training, so I wasn't kind of just lost going through life, you know?
And how does playing youth sports prep you for joining the Marine Corps?
Well, the biggest thing that youth sports does is it introduces kids to discipline and it introduces them to physical fitness. If you give me someone who's mentally tough but not quite physically fit, I can make them physically fit, but you know, sports teaches them a lot of things that you can't just get in the regular world. You know?
And where can folks at home that are interested in joining the Marine Corps go for more information?
Well, our biggest spot would be going to marines.com and logging in and getting some information that way, or you can always go into your local recruiter's office.
Well, thank you so much for joining us down here, and of course for all that you do in the service, and back to you guys.
Thank you, Kara. Klug on the return, trying to catch the Wolverines out of their lanes that time, but good discipline that time by Waterford on special teams. Able to get Klug back behind the line. There's your drive, the 61-yard drive. Michalowski, his second touchdown tonight.
And Michalowski just made the tackle on the kickoff. Once again, the fellas are going both ways, playing special teams. Good hard-nosed effort so far this evening by Waterford.
Burlington with some work to do here. 2 minutes left here in the third, down 28-0. Klug on the option. Will pitch it back. Tully trying to get back to the line of scrimmage out to about the 30-yard line. Grant Tully on the carry that time. Hunter Keller having himself an outstanding game tonight. 6 tackles, including a sack for the Wolverines. Second down. Klug with time. Outside, hits his receiver, Dale Damon. Damon stopped shy of the 35-yard line. Thomas was there.
I'm quite sure Coach Tenhagen is a little bit puzzled that last week against Burlington went against Lake Geneva Badger, and they thought they should have won that game. They had a touchdown taken off the board, competing with one of the big boys, and tonight it just hasn't worked out for them.
3rd and 4 with under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Klug rolling right. Gonna toss it, and it is caught out of bounds. Intended for Leonard. Jake Leonard with a couple of catches tonight, but that one was caught out of bounds. It'll set up 4th and 4 for the Demons. Well, listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Show presented by your local Pick and Save stores this Saturday morning starting at 10. Brookfield Central head coach Jed Kennedy going to join Mike McGivern to discuss Lancer football in the Greater Metro Conference on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. High snap, Klug able to bring it down. And the Wolverines will get away from it as it will roll inside the 25 and dead at the Waterford 23. 42 seconds to go here in the third. Rather interesting decision there to punt the football away down 4 scores.
Well, I'm sure with their field position the way it was, they didn't want to have that final nail driven into the coffin, so I think they opted. But if they don't get a 3 and out here, they'll probably be saying, did we make the right decision?
This season, Northwest Surgery Center brings you our Fancy Footwork replay. We highlight plays featuring Fancy Footwork from Northwest Surgery Center. Minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. From their own 24, Waterford 1st and 10. Kradiger banging his way across the middle. Getting it up to about the 28-yard line. Kradiger, 5'10", 185. We mentioned his wrestling ability. He's ranked 7th in the nation in his weight class. He was 3rd at state last year at 170 pounds. He's gone up to the 185 class this year, but 7th nationally.
Yeah, undoubtedly, the work that he's put in on the mat in the weight room prepared him well for his role carrying the ball in this offense.
Well, we head to the 4th quarter. Waterford comfortably in control. They lead their arch rivals from Burlington, the Demons, 28-0. Our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights, presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Waterford on top of Burlington, 28-0 as we begin the 4th. John Weiser, Terry Kelly with you up in the booth. Mike McGivern and Kara down on our sidelines tonight. Our entire My24 sports team here for our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. 2nd down. They will work the handoff to Anthony Miller. Host of Demons there to stop him for no gain. Actually lost 2, 3rd and 7 upcoming. We're talking coming out of the break, Terry. Adam Bakken's got to be pleased with what he got out of Waterford here tonight.
Right. Their intensity has been evident as the way they've played throughout the game. And I think the kids maybe got the message he delivered on Saturday.
Well, 3rd and 7 from their own 27-yard line. Corman trying to get the edge. Has a lane across the 30, steps across the 35 and out near the 40-yard line. There's another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Aaron Sturdivant on the tackle. That's 10 tonight for the captain on defense.
Yeah. Corman showed nice speed there as he got to the outside. And as I mentioned a little earlier in the broadcast, as far as Coach Bakken's concerned, he's the best athlete he's had at the quarterback position in his 5 years there.
1st and 10 from their own 39. Just underway in the 4th. Wolverines in control. And movement again. That's really if there's one thing to work on this week, it'll be the false start penalties here with the motion and all the different looks. Guys popping out of their stance early.
Little things like that drive coaches mad. I would imagine Dave Fisher, the offensive coordinator, might bring the dog out of the car, squad car, when he comes to practice this week.
He is the canine officer for the Racine County Sheriff's Department. Maybe that's what he does. Maybe he he gets that dog all worked up and says,
"Get my attention."
Yeah, wouldn't it? 1st and 15 from the 34. They'll toss it to the man in motion, Weber. Coming around the left side, Weber get 3 of those yards back, working the left side. And right now, time the enemy here, just try and keep it between the boundaries.
Now you're noticing Burlington isn't throwing the towel in. Matter of fact, they've brought a couple guys in. They brought Garrett Wieners over from offense to defense, trying to plug up a little bit of that front that's been getting beaten up by the offensive line of Waterford. So
Grant Tully and Lance Otter there on the stop for the Demons. 2nd down, 12. They'll toss it. Coming back to the near side. Working the edge here on the near side. Nice run. Popping it out near midfield. Guardiola, Alex Guardiola, the sophomore, 5'8", 155 with his first touch tonight offensively. One of a handful of sophomores on this varsity roster.
Right, Guardiola has some real speed. That's one of the reasons you see him back receiving kicks as well.
Nice little toss play, and again, all set up by pounding the inside with Michalowski and Kradiger and company, able to open up that outside. Eyes looking in, so to speak, for the defense. Go back inside. Michalowski struggles forward across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Boy, he's had a fine ball game tonight. Very consistent start to his season, as I mentioned before. 12 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown against West Dallas. 14 carries, 71 yards and a touchdown week 2 at Case. And then last week, 14 carries for 85 yards in the loss to Wilmot.
Well, he gets his shoulders down as the good forward lean. You know, you talk about getting your pads, you know, your shoulders out over your pads. Drive into the line.
Second and short. Michalowski again with the call, and that time the defense was there. Sturdivant off the bottom of that pile. A 6-foot senior. Coming in leading the team in tackles this year with 22 for the Demons. Second team all-conference a season ago.
Yeah, one of their captains, I think Coach Ted Hagan is wanting to see, along with defensive coordinator Mike Deans, is, all right, we have to see that you've got some pride, because you can't say the season's over. Being down 2 in the conference is not the position you want to be in. But you have to keep driving to get to those 4 wins.
McCormick split out here the near side on 3rd and short for Waterford at the Demon 41-yard line. Corman will keep it around the edge. Got a block by McCormick. Gets it inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line. And McCormick have got that ankle rolled up on by Corman, the quarterback, coming up right behind him.
Got a little different wrinkle there. A double wing formation. Single running back behind the quarterback. Fakes that dive. Keeps the ball, goes to the outside. Many different looks.
Leonard chasing him down that time on defense for the Demons, but another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Once again, pounded inside, Kradiger. O'Sullivan, Donnell O'Sullivan, the strong safety with the tackle. And now Waterford just grinding this one down here, getting to the midway point of this 4th quarter. This is Adam Bakken football right now.
Right. If you don't allow Burlington to have the football, you have nothing to worry about. So they're just grinding away.
Well, this program resurrected, if you will. It was very strong back in the 70s out here in the old configured Southern Lakes Conference, but been on some hard time till Bakken came in and started to work his magic here. Got him into the playoffs his first season. Trip to state the following year all the way to Madison. I think they fell to Waunakee, that year. Waunakee always strong at that Division II level. That was the same year I think Jed Kennedy took his Bradford team to Madison.
Right, we'll be seeing Coach Kennedy next week. Always interesting character to work with. You'll see some trick plays. You'll see a wide open offense. Actually only runs about 6 plays, but from so many different formations. And he always has a couple wrinkles. Extremely intelligent coach.
1st and 10 Waterford, the 21 of Burlington. They'll toss it to Michalowski. Michalowski working the right side. Fumble the football. It's loose. Demons recover. The 11-yard line. That ball popped out. Getting up, Joey Needle. The defensive end falling on that football gets the fumble recovery. Second takeaway of the half here by the Burlington defense.
Needle was the second team all-conference player last year. One of the interesting side notes about Joey, he helped do a service project this year, raised over $4,500 to drill some wells in Africa.
You see that strip and falling on the fumble. Demons get it back here at the 11-yard line. Klug with time, pump fakes, now draws it back, tip, intercepted through the receiver's hand. Nolan Weber, his second pick of the game, down the near sideline and out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Nolan Weber, his second pick tonight, the senior defensive back for Waterford. Wolverines get it right back.
I don't know if I make an allusion here to Don Meredith about turn out the lights, the party's over. Part of the crowd probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but so often, it's not a bad throw.
Tully was there. It went right through his hands.
Right through his hands.
The old tip drill. Nolan Weber, his second pick tonight, has set up the Wolverines 1st and goal in the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. From the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, Waterford. And this is Corman, I should say, getting inside the 10 and wrestled out of bounds there. Reed Mullen there, the senior, inside linebacker. There's Needle, who got that fumble recovery, gave some life back to Burlington, but Klug throwing his second pick to Nolan Weber. Spotted at the 8, 2nd and goal from the 8. Quarterback in there now for Waterford. It's going to be number 12, Joe Schauer, sophomore quarterback in now. Handed off to the inside and trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage was Anthony Miller. Needle was there defensively. Brings up 3rd and goal, gain of a yard, spotted at the 6, 5:45 to go in the ball game.
Waterford's got about 4 or 5 different running backs they keep bringing into the game and shuffling positions.
Mikulowski lined up, unbalanced line out to the left here. Get it back to the inside, pounding his way near the goal line was Anthony Miller. Stopped short. So 4th and goal upcoming here for Waterford. Trying to work the power zone here after the interception return by Weber to the 10-yard line. Once again, it's Miller, and this time he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Waterford.
Well, Miller's one of the starters on defense for Waterford, and I'm sure he loves this chance to get a touchdown and work his way in. He's done a fine job this game holding up the outside at 22 tackles so far this year coming into the game. So I'm sure Coach Bakken was more than happy to give him a little reward.
Try for the extra point. Goldhammer, Pat Goldhammer, the junior. Corman on the hold, gets it to the uprights and through, and we will take our break. 35-0 Waterford, 4:51 to play. Our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights, presented by Northwest Surgery Center. $35-0. Wolverines capitalizing on a pair of interceptions, got them in for 6 tonight, 14 points off turnovers, and they have controlled this ball game. 2 FBI agents investigate the strange and unexplained. Don't miss the cult classic, The X-Files, Thursdays at 7 starting October 20th, right here on My 24. So go with the inside kick there. Is that Max Thomas? Sean Chase down there for Burlington that got that. So
well, I don't think we saw this coming as we led into this game based on their first conference game, and I'm sure Coach Bakken is happy with how his fellows have responded. Coach Tennigan, on the other hand, is probably saying, not quite sure what happened here.
Personnel timeout here for Waterford. Adam Bakken's going to get his defense out there, a new look out there, a lot of new numbers out there for Waterford. So while we have a moment, let's check in with Kara and our Menards interview.
Thank you so much. I've got John Griffiths, the store manager of the Germantown Menards, here with me. Now, John, can you tell us a little bit about Menards?
Menards is a family-owned and run company with the general office right here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We've got 300 stores throughout the Midwest, 12 stores in the Milwaukee area, including ours right here in Germantown.
And why is it important for Menards to be a part of initiatives like Thursday Night Lights?
Menards definitely understands the hard work and dedication it takes from our student athletes to achieve their goals both on the field and in the classroom, and we really appreciate all the support they get from their families, the coaching staff, their teachers, the community, and we're really proud to be a part of that support.
Well, we're glad to have you on board with us, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
And back to you.
All right, Kara, thank you very much. Jack Miller with a nice run here, 20-yard run out to the 40-yard line. And again, we're in a running clock situation here with the 35-point lead. All season long, Mike and Kara will have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sideline, letting you know about the great things going on in the schools and the communities we visit. Our sideline reports brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Rolling clock here with the 35-point rule. Again, Miller picking his way across the 45, dropped down at the 46-yard line. Jacob Francisco in on the bottom of that pile, a sophomore, 6'4", 245. Second and 4 upcoming here for Burlington. Waterford made a statement here tonight. They needed this one badly. They still have games against Union Grove and Badger, teams that are ahead of them in the league right now.
Right, I'm sure Coach Bakken is, as we said, pleased with the response, but he knows he's got to clean up parts of his offense in terms of the number of motion penalties. Can't let those mistakes add up.
Miller with another strong run here down to the 45 of the Wolverines. Another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Right now, the Demons trying to get some momentum to take them into next week here if they can get the goose egg off the board.
That running clock, though, all of a sudden the time is gone before you realize it.
Nick Klug, pair of interceptions tonight. Now he's on the scramble here to the near side. Klug cuts it upfield, taken down from behind. Again, Jacob Francisco able to chase him down from behind. Along with Danowski.
Another sophomore in there for Coach Bakken as he tries to work a number of younger guys in on defense.
Only a gain of 2, second down and 8, under 2 minutes to go in this one. So Waterford will even its conference mark at 1-1. Go to 3-1 overall. Picking up wins against West Dallas Hale and Racine Case in the non-conference. Miller again close to a first down. See, they're going to mark him just shy. Needed to get across the 35 for the first down. Minute 23 to go. So 3rd and 1. Quinn Hupy, wide receiver, checking into the huddle here. As they will take Joe Telly out. Hupy in for Telly. Hupy lined up far to the right side. That's where they're going to go. They go to the inside man. Grant Tully makes the catch, coughed up the football. Was it a catch or not? No, the back judge coming in signaling an incomplete pass. Again, the clock is rolling here for Burlington. 4th and 1. So 4th and 1 for the Demons at the Waterford, just shy of the Waterford 35-yard line. Hand it off. Miller will get the first down. Miller still on his feet inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. That'll be our final play of the ball game here tonight. Our fancy footwork of the night, too. Fancy footwork replay brought to you by Northwest Surgery Center. Minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. A shutout tonight pitched by the Wolverines. 35-0. And I'll tell you, neither one of us saw this one coming this way.
Coach Tenhagen and Coach Bakken are good friends, actually. They said other than for these 2 hours tonight, they really enjoy each other's company. And they were both anticipating an extremely tough game, but tonight Waterford certainly had the upper hand.
The students are celebrating 35-0 Waterford over Burlington. Back with our post-game of player of the game and awarding of the trophy right after this. The Waterford defense pitching a shutout here tonight as the Wolverines go to a 35-0 victory over their arch rivals, the Burlington Demons, even in their conference record now at 1-1. Demons now 0-2 in conference play. And big win tonight for Waterford. They needed to get that intensity. They had it for most of this ball game. I think Coach Bakken will be pleased with the effort here tonight. Well, we're ready for our United States Army Player of the Game. Let's head to Mike McGivern.
So, boys, 25 carries, 119 yards or so, 2 touchdowns. He's a tough kid. Ben Michalowski, congratulations. Really good game for you guys playing Waterford football tonight.
Yeah, it was a really good game. We came out really strong. Our line came to block really hard today, and then our defense made excellent stands on D. It was over and over again, open holes. Other running backs were coming through real strong, opening real well for me. I was just doing what I do and looking for a hole, and it was there.
And I'm doing what I do, taking that microphone back. U.S. Army Player of the Game. Sergeant First Class Cass, you got something to say to Ben?
That's right. On behalf of the United States Army, Michalowski, hopefully I got your name right. Heck of a game. I want to present the Player of the Game award. Goes to you. All right.
There you go. Back to you, boys.
All right, Mike, thank you. Our Player of the Game, Ben Michalowski, running back for Waterford tonight, and he had quite a night. Pair of touchdowns tonight to go with that. Over 100 yards rushing this evening. Did a nice job. He, again, thank the guys that needed to be thanked here tonight, his offensive line.
Yeah, you want to make mention of those guys. Garrett, you look at that front group, Stewie, Slesar, Shipley, Mastercola, Brady Francisco.
So our U.S. Army Player of the Game, Ben Michalowski, I should say, brought to you all season long by the United States Army, Army Strong. And now for our trophy presentation, once again back to Mike and Andrew.
Hey guys, BadgerMax team trophy. Coach Bakken, we had talked in the beginning of the game about getting back and playing Waterford football. That's Waterford football right there.
Absolutely. We stressed. Sorry for taking the mic.
No, that's all right, man. I'm all set.
We stressed this week playing higher energy, playing 4 quarters. We didn't play the way we were capable of the last couple of weeks. We showed up tonight. We showed what we're capable of. We still have room for improvement like every team. But that is the energy level, the passion, the enthusiasm was so much better this week in this game than we've seen so far this year. And that's a credit to our seniors, great leadership. Played downhill, we played tough, we played physical, and that's what Waterford football is all about.
You know, Coach, as I'm watching you guys and your coaching staff on the sidelines, and a couple of things that you guys talked about together as coaches, said, look, this is where we need to be. And when the end of the third quarter, you came out and said, boys, that's only 3 quarters. Right. Don't be happy. Let's finish this game. I thought they finished it really well.
Finished it very well. When we talked about it at halftime, also, it was only 50% of the game. So with Burlington's offense, they have the ability to score points quickly. Our secondary linebackers, we pressured their quarterback. We tackled well in space. So we did what we had to do on defense to not allow them to have big plays. They had 1 drop that should have been a touchdown in the end zone. But overall, very satisfied, very proud of this team, and looking forward to getting ready to play Elkhorn next week.
Yeah, look, I've known you for a few years. I know you'll be happy with this one for about 25, 30 minutes, and then you'll be back watching film. You'll let these boys be happy.
At least 25 minutes. That's more than it's been so far.
20. Andrew from BadgerMax.
Coach, that was an outstanding game. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Here's a BadgerMax trophy.
There you go, boys.
Some happy Wolverines tonight. 35-0 Waterford over Burlington tonight in our BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. We'll be back with a final word from Waterford High School right after this. Waterford in convincing fashion tonight, 35-0 over Burlington. They're back in the chase now for the Southern Lakes title.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it was the win that Waterford needed, and unfortunately for Burlington, the Demons, the loss that they didn't want to get tacked on.
Well, next week it's the Battle of Brookfield. We are bound to Brookfield for the Brookfield East, Brookfield Central showdown. That's always a classic. We're glad to bring you this one again this year. That's next Thursday night at 7 right here on My 24. For Kara and Mike McGivern, for my spotter Eric Murray, statman Tom Swiddle, and for my color man, Mr. Terry Kelly. I'm John Weiser. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. From Waterford tonight, the Wolverines. Big win over Burlington, 35-0. Until next Thursday, thanks for tuning in to the BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights, presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24.
BadgerMax Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24 is brought to you by BadgerMax Premium Sports Drinks. Drink it to the max. Northwest Surgery Center. Menards. And by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan.